Enemies don't arrive with warning. They don't show up in armor or announce their plans. They sit close, laugh with you, and nod at your words. All the while, they study your habits, your weaknesses, your blind spots, and when the moment comes, they don't attack with fists. They betray you, sharp and silent, cutting deeper than any weapon. History is full of kings, generals, and ordinary people who trusted the wrong smile and paid the price. Some lost thrones, some lost their lives, and today nothing has changed. The stakes are different, but the betrayals are the same. At work, among friends, even in families, the greatest dangers often come disguised as loyalty. Niccolò Machiavelli saw this centuries ago. He didn't write about cruelty for entertainment. He wrote a survival manual for anyone surrounded by ambition, envy, and hidden enemies. His rules are not theory. They are hard, cold strategies that decide who controls and who gets controlled. And here's my promise to you. I'm going to give you 7 rules, clear, sharp, and brutally effective, that flip the game in your favor. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot hidden cracks, cut off betrayal before it strikes, and rise while others collapse. Follow them, and you'll stop being an easy target. If you're ready to stop playing nice and start playing smart, type in the comments, "I play to win." Stay sharp, because the next smile you see might not be a friend. It might be your warning. Rule 1. Expose their weakness first. If you wait for someone to strike first, you've already lost. Think about the last time someone blindsided you. The co-worker who stole your idea, or the friend who smiled to your face but betrayed you later. That feeling of safety, and then shock, is exactly what Machiavelli warned against centuries ago. The key is anticipation. Fortune favors the active, not the passive. Every second you hesitate, your rival gathers information, builds influence, and sets traps. Don't give them that advantage. Instead, quietly observe, identify the cracks in their armor, a careless word, a hidden habit, a repeated mistake, and plan your move. At work, this could mean revealing a subtle failure before it's twisted into blame against you. Among friends, it might mean disengaging or redirecting influence the moment betrayal becomes likely. Like chess, controlling the board before anyone notices the trap ensures you are always 2 steps ahead. Modern example. Imagine a teammate repeatedly misses deadlines. Instead of reacting after the chaos, document it quietly, show your work, and propose solutions first. Suddenly, you're the reliable one, and the weakness you exposed becomes a lesson for everyone else. Machiavelli knew it centuries ago. People forgive many things, but losing power is unforgivable. Expose weaknesses before they can hurt you. Act decisively, surgically, and leave them powerless. Drop this in the comments. I strike first. Rule 2. Never fight on equal ground. Equality is for friends. With rivals, meeting them on their terms is the fastest path to defeat. The moment you accept their rules, you hand them the advantage. Think about arguments at work, in your social circle, or even online. Have you noticed how the loudest, most confident voice often wins sympathy? Your careful points fade while their theatrics dominate. That's not chance. That's a trap you must avoid. Machiavelli knew centuries ago that power isn't about brute strength. It's about choosing the battlefield and controlling how the fight is played. The smartest players never let others dictate terms. Tilt the field in your favor. If someone tries to rush you, slow down and let impatience make them falter. If they rely on allies, isolate them. If they act loudly, stay calm and let your composure shine. The battlefield is mental before it is physical. Cesare Borgia never let enemies choose the battlefield. He picked the time, place, and conditions to ensure his advantage. Modern example, a heated team debate is spiraling out of control. Instead of shouting, you calmly summarize the facts, redirect the focus, and let the other's emotions expose their weak points. Suddenly, your perspective carries authority without a fight. Here's the secret. Don't battle on equal ground. Shift the rules, tilt the field, and make your opponent fight shadows. The next rule will shock you. It shows how to dismantle their strength without even touching them directly. Drop this in the comments. I tilt the battlefield. Rule 3. Turn their allies against them. A rival's real strength rarely lies in themselves. It comes from their circle. Friends, colleagues, followers. They amplify power, cover mistakes, and give confidence. Attack them head-on, and you risk retaliation or failure. Undermine their support and watch their influence crumble like a castle under siege. Think about a co-worker who seems unstoppable. Alone, they might hesitate. Surrounded by allies, they act boldly, push agendas, and make moves. Machiavelli knew centuries ago, isolation is the first step to defeat. A leader without supporters is powerless. A rival without allies is just noise. How do you do it subtly, without revealing your hand? Sow doubt quietly. Highlight broken promises, selfish choices, or repeated mistakes. Whisper truths that make allies question loyalty. Better yet, offer what your rival cannot. Genuine respect, opportunity, or influence. Let the shift happen naturally. One by one, their allies drift away, leaving the target exposed, vulnerable, and unsure. Modern example. A colleague takes credit for your group work. Instead of confronting them publicly, you privately strengthen bonds with the rest of the team. Show reliability, fairness, and competence. Over time, the rival's allies gravitate toward you, leaving them isolated, stripped of their invisible armor. History proves it works. Leaders didn't always fight giants directly. They dismantled the networks supporting them. Remember, divide to conquer. The next rule will blow your mind. It shows how to turn a public display of failure into a permanent lesson that reshapes power. Drop this in the comments. Divide to conquer. Rule 4. Humiliate publicly. Punish privately. Humiliation is a weapon sharper than most realize. One public mistake, a lie exposed, a betrayal revealed, a failure shown, can destroy credibility in seconds. But cruelty without follow-through. Completely wasted effort. The true art is surgical. Teach the crowd a lesson while quietly neutralizing your target's ability to strike back. Precision and timing matter more than volume. Think of reputation as fragile architecture. A visible crack can make someone crumble instantly. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Public perception and private power are separate but connected tools. The public lesson warns others. The private enforcement ensures the target cannot return stronger. Here's how you do it effectively. 1. Humiliate publicly, calmly, surgically, and undeniably. Present facts. A broken promise, a lie, or a betrayal. Keep it short, unemotional, and precise. Let the audience absorb the truth. Your enemy's influence drops immediately, without your having to shout or rant. 2. Punish privately. Remove access, responsibilities, or privileges quietly but decisively. Don't gloat. Don't drag it out. The private step cements the lesson and prevents retaliation while letting you maintain moral authority. Modern example, a co-worker steals credit for your work. Public step, send a clear, concise email to your team clarifying contributions. Private step, meet leadership with proof and request responsibility adjustment. Public truth sets the lesson. Private enforcement seals it permanently. Overblown drama invites sympathy for your enemy. Subtle, precise action is far more effective. 1 public truth, 1 private consequence. Master this, and you stop being an easy target. You become the standard others measure themselves against. History shows it works. Rulers who wielded reputation and power separately maintained influence for decades. Public lesson, private strike, that's the key. And wait, the next rule will shock you. One smart move can change everything, making people obey your influence without repeated reminders. Drop this in the comments. I teach the lesson once. Rule 5. One smart move changes everything. Power isn't about constant action or endless effort. The strongest people, rulers, leaders, untouchable individuals, understand the true force of one decisive move. One calculated action can shape behavior, control outcomes, and leave a lasting impression that echoes far beyond the moment. Machiavelli put it plainly centuries ago. It is much safer to be feared than loved if one must choose. But this isn't about cruelty. It's about efficiency, influence, and timing. Most people waste energy trying to please everyone. They apologize endlessly, over-explain, or perform small favors that make no impact. They react too slowly, overthink, and dilute their influence. One smart move, executed with clarity and confidence, teaches the lesson once and ensures long-term authority. Here's how it works. Imagine someone disrespects or betrays you. Waiting allows the mistake to grow in visibility. Hesitation signals weakness, and observers begin to question your influence. But one decisive, visible action changes everything. Everyone watches, absorbs the message, and adapts automatically. No repeated warnings, no constant monitoring, just the power of a single smart move. Modern examples. 1. Work. A teammate misses a critical deadline. You step in once, correct the issue publicly, and clearly assign responsibility. The team observes the standard and follows it. No repeated reminders needed. 2. Personal. A friend spreads gossip. Instead of arguing endlessly or explaining yourself, you calmly confront the truth once in front of the group. The lesson sticks. Everyone remembers. Execution steps. Pick carefully. Only act when it truly matters. Ensure the consequences deserved and visible. Make it seen. Let the audience who matters witness the move. Finish fully. One action, one message. Then move on. Silence strengthens the impact. Let it echo. Step back after the move. People will enforce the lesson themselves. History proves it. Cesare Borgia eliminated a single traitor decisively, and the memory alone kept others in line for years. One smart move is often more powerful than 1,000 reactive ones. And remember, the next rule will blow your mind. Never leave an enemy half-defeated, or they will come back stronger than ever. Drop this in the comments. One move, total control. Rule 6. Never leave an enemy half-defeated. If you wound an enemy and leave them alive, you haven't won. You've planted a ticking time bomb. A half-defeated rival observes, recovers, and comes back sharper, smarter, and hungrier. Machiavelli warned, men should either be caressed or annihilated because they can avenge themselves of lighter injuries, but not of grave ones. This isn't ancient history. It happens every day at work, in friendships, and in families. Think about it. A co-worker you embarrass but keep around will quietly plan. Revenge. A friend you cut loose but still engage with will nurse resentment and wait for an opportunity. A rival in your industry who survives your challenge will study your moves and strike back when you least expect it. Half-victories are the seed of future disasters. So what does finishing an enemy truly mean? It's not always about cruelty. It's about removing the chance they can ever hurt you again. You must close every path, neutralize every lever, and strip them of influence. Execution principles. End it cleanly. Don't leave loose threads. One decisive closure is stronger than months of uncertainty. Attack the source. Don't just win the argument. Remove the platform they could use to strike back. Silence beats sympathy. Over-explaining or apologizing gives them fuel. Quiet, decisive action denies them leverage. Make it permanent. Document patterns. Expose truths to the right audience and ensure credibility and influence are gone. Modern example. A rival spreads lies about you at work. First, expose the lies publicly with undeniable proof. Then go further. Highlight repeated mistakes, restrict responsibilities quietly, and secure support from leadership. Result: they lose credibility, influence, and the ability to strike again. You didn't just win, you eliminated the threat completely. Why this matters? Leaving an enemy half defeated is like leaving a fire smoldering. Eventually, it will rage again. Total victory ensures security, respect, and peace of mind. Machiavelli's principle is timeless. Either fully neutralize a threat, or it will return stronger. The next rule will show you how to convert every collapse into unstoppable power. Drop this in the comments. No mercy. No return. Close the door once. Completely. Rule 7. Build power while they collapse. When your enemy falls, the smart move isn't to gloat. It's to act immediately and decisively. Chaos is a goldmine for the prepared. While others waste time on gossip, revenge, or hesitation, the strategist steps in and turns collapse into opportunity. Picture this. A rival is disgraced. Allies scatter. Projects stall. Influence evaporates. That vacuum doesn't wait. Someone will step in. If it's not you, another opportunist will claim it. Quick, calculated action turns a rival's downfall into lasting power and authority. Execution principles. 1. Seize responsibilities. Take control of stalled projects, neglected tasks, or abandoned initiatives. Show calm competence that inspires trust. 2. Stabilize your circle. Offer leaderships, support, and direction to those who are left disoriented. People follow strength, especially when it benefits them. 3. Claim the narrative subtly. Let actions, results, and reliability tell your story, not words or bragging. Authority grows quietly but unmistakably. 4. Lock alliances quickly. Solidify loyalty from former allies of your rival. Give value, opportunity, and certainty, never desperation. 5. Protect what you gain. Set boundaries, create redundancy, and secure your influence so no single return or challenge can undo your progress. Modern examples. A competitor collapses in your market. Instead of celebrating, you stabilize their team, secure clients, and present yourself as the reliable alternative. A colleague loses credibility. You step in, deliver results flawlessly, and become the person leadership trusts. A toxic friend exits. You invest time in stronger, mutually beneficial relationships. Notice the pattern. Power gained by building and improving is far more durable than power taken through petty triumphs. Your reputation as someone reliable and decisive spreads faster than any gossip or resentment. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. The greatest revenge is not to shame the fallen, but to rise while others falter. The key: rise quietly but unmistakably. Let your success be the measure that others cannot ignore. Let it serve as a warning to those who dare challenge you in the future. Drop this in the comments. I rise when others fall. Step in, secure your position, and let the world recognize your authority. You've now seen all 7 rules. And if you've been paying attention, you know these aren't random tips. They're a system, a survival map Machiavelli laid out over 5 centuries ago, and it still works today because human nature hasn't changed. Let's recap the cycle of power. 1. Expose weakness before they strike. Don't wait, strike first. 2. Never fight on equal ground. Tilt the battlefield and force them to fight your rules. Third, turn allies against them. Isolate their power until they stand alone. 4. Humiliate publicly. Punish privately. Teach lessons they'll never forget. 5. One smart move changes everything. Act decisively, once, and let the world follow. 6. Never leave an enemy half-defeated. Finish the fight completely. No loose ends. 7. Build power while they collapse. Take control of opportunities. Rise while they fall. Step by step, you strip confidence, tilt the field, isolate support, teach unforgettable lessons, finish threats completely, and rise above everyone else. Here's the truth few people will tell you. Machiavelli didn't teach cruelty for the sake of it. He taught survival. He taught that betrayal doesn't have to end your story. You end it. So the choice is yours. Keep playing polite and get blindsided again. Or use these rules. Turn every betrayal into a stepping stone and become the force nobody dares to cross. If you're ready to live by these rules and stop being soft, type in the comments, "I play to win." And remember, the next person who underestimates you will wish they had learned these rules first.